The responsibilities of first responders are immense. They are often called on to make split-second life and death decisions and then take home the stress that causes. Tonight, Channel 7's Kayla Christian has the story of a program offering our finest and bravest the support they desperately need.
First responders, our first call when we're in crisis. But when mental health crisis hits home for them, who can they call to process all that they've witnessed?
We lose too many, and we don't have to.
First responders, the ones we rely on most, experience higher rates of mental health challenges because of the demanding nature of their daily lives.
We can go from calls from a hot water tank leaking to the worst thing imaginable.
When they call us, it's their worst moment, and we don't know what that could be.
Many suffering in silence behind the scenes.
We're used to being helpers, so the thing about helpers is we don't do a good job at asking for help. And if we do ask for help, we're worse at receiving help.
And then when we start self-doubt and self-worry and all those self things, it causes a little bit of problems mentally.
There's a lot of ego in fire, police, EMS service. And a lot of people don't just talk about it.
Our worst days are their constant reality.
It's not just their one worst day, that's their life. That's their every single day. They're there with whatever struggle that they're, having to help somebody else through.
Mental health is something that we're known to struggle with. First, firefighter, EMS, and police, we divorce at higher rates, we substance abuse at higher rates, the stressful natures of our jobs, the time away, all of that are contributing factors as to what makes our lives and our jobs challenging.
There's a stigma that if you talk about mental health among first responders, firefighters, police, that you're weak or that you can't handle the job, and that's just not true.
In the military, the first responder communities, it was just suck it up. Don't talk about it, you might lose your job because you talk about it.
That's why mental health professionals emphasize that keeping trauma inside is never the answer.
You're human, you have a human brain, you have a human body, and you can only withstand so much. A lot of times they are suffering alone. They're feeling alone. They're feeling like they're on this island by themselves.
And leaving this stress, anxiety, depression, and PTSD unchecked is said to be the reason why first responders are more likely to die by suicide than by job-related incidents. One person who knows this all too well is Serena Crone, losing her sister, who was a volunteer firefighter and an EMT, just a week before starting as an EMT herself.
The very last text message from her was telling me how proud she was of me and how I was going to do great. She put everything she had into helping others. And I think in the back of my mind it was because she wanted somebody to help her too.
Now leading the Arkansas First Responders Bureau to help make sure other first responders don't face the same fate.
Her life is not classified by how she died, but it's not going to be in vain.
Support systems are a huge part of tackling mental health. 4 local firefighters found this out after one social media post that brought them together, turning into the Kitchen Table Foundation that addresses our first responders' need for community.
It kind of was a spark that ignited into a flame.
It became a monthly meetup where first responders, active, volunteer, and retired could come together and have a space to open up about the challenges they face.
They need it, and when you hear these conversations that go down, you know that you're in the right spot.
And sometimes just be able to sit and talk about whatever kind of helps that one day.
But it's not just up to them to support each other. The owner of the local tavern where the kitchen table comes to life says he wants to set an example of how everyone can play a role in taking care of those who take care of us.
It gives us an opportunity to get them at a table together, shake their hands, celebrate with them, and hear their stories. I think one of the things that's so important when you have people that put their lives on the line every day is taking a moment and thanking them for what they do.
Because we all have a role to play in ensuring first responders feel recognized.
It may be cliche, but I don't think it's ever taken for granted on the men and women that wear the uniforms, police, fire, EMS, military, whatever it may be, when you say thank you. When you walk up and you pat them on the back, you put your arm around them and you say, hey, I appreciate everything you do for me.
You're special. You're a special breed. We know it, you know it. And we're really glad you do what you do.
And for everyone's sake, we need the stigmas to break.
If we talk as freely as we do about mental health, as we do about physical health, you say, hey, I've got flu. Hey man, I'm feeling depressed. I'm gonna go see somebody about it. We need to make that normal because there's nothing to shame with needing help.
Experts say outside of support systems, trauma therapy, including cognitive processing therapy and EMDR, have been proven to be effective for first responders. It definitely was for one officer who was shot in the face while on the job.
If it wasn't for the mental health world that I explored outside of my injuries and the incident that did happen, I wouldn't be where I am. Just reach out. The biggest thing they could do is reach out.
To someone, to anyone, because there is hope.
Either you served or you're serving, right? Once a firefighter, always a firefighter. Once a first responder, always a first responder.
Keep your head up. Keep doing the good work. Don't let the bad days beat you down.
The one thing that you can do for yourself is take care of you. So please, if you are struggling with something, get help.
Don't be afraid to open up. Don't be afraid to reach out to somebody, even if you don't know them.
Hopefully, the culture is changing from the ground up of, hey, if you don't talk about it, nobody can help you.
And when it's all said and done, the main goal is to save as many lives as possible, including theirs. On your side, I'm Kayla Christian.
Kayla, thank you. The Kitchen Table Foundation for First Responders meets at the end of every month. Their next meeting is Thursday at the local tavern in Bryant. For more information on their efforts, just log on to katv.com.